They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference and we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president, would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer. For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Khamenei. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like, 32,000 protesters. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
12 F-22 Raptor fighter jets have reportedly departed RAF Lakenheath in the United Kingdom, heading toward the operational zone of United States Central Command, better known as CENTCOM. The F-22 is among the most advanced air superiority platforms in the world. Stealth-designed, capable of supersonic cruise without afterburners, and built for dominance in contested airspace, its deployment is rarely routine. CENTCOM oversees U.S. military operations across a vast and volatile region, stretching from the eastern Mediterranean to the Persian Gulf. The arrival of stealth fighters enhances surveillance, strike readiness, and defensive cover for Allied infrastructure. As the jets reposition, a firm statement comes from Abdullah II of Jordan. "We will not allow violations of our airspace," the monarch declared. Jordan sits at a strategic crossroads, bordering Israel, Syria, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Its airspace has, in past regional escalations, become a sensitive corridor for both defensive and offensive operations. The development comes amid U.S. naval deployments near Iran's coastline, part of broader military positioning amid possible strike scenarios. Iran's top military leadership is sending a strong message. Army Commander-in-Chief Major General Abdul Rahim Musavi Hatami declared, "We will defend Iran with all our strength and determination." He rejected the notion that the United States is unbeatable, pointing to America's 20-year wars in Vietnam and Afghanistan, both of which ended in withdrawal.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out Tehran.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.